It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Won by the Thunder. Paul George. Rocking the rim.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Around the perimeter to Rozier. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Ferguson to Westbrook. Curling inside. The drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out. To Irving from long range. You know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for three. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
To Irving. For three. He made his first effort, but not that time. Westbrook into the front court. Down by one. Pass taken away by the Celtics.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
You've got to get that one to go. Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Kyrie with the rock. Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Westbrook. Down low Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Kyrie. And the rebound taken by Grant. George to Adams. Missed a wide open look. Nothing going here on that drive. It's George for two. Boston secures the rebound. Here's Irving into the front court. Down 3. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Rozier. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Strong finish for Paul George.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. And he'll go to the foul line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. A career 87% from the line. Nope, first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Paul George. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen.
Switch.
Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Irving gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Celtics have it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. 12-6, our score. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Hayward. Irving can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, 2 of 4 now. Dennis Schroeder sends it away. First quarter in the books. The Thunder with the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. Rozier. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Brown into the front court. Down 5. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Schroeder. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Oklahoma City ball. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Schroeder. Shot clock winding down to Schroeder. 4-3. Off the iron. No good. To Hayward. Has a look. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Schroeder. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Jaylen Brown. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Curling inside. It's a big finish.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Irving. That's how you defend. Westbrook into the front court. The lead is 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Schroeder. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Jumper's good.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Irving. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Westbrook. Boston with the basketball. Knocked loose. Thunder have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Irving. Deep left corner. To Rozier. Irving to Hayward. Irving. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Westbrook across the timeline. Up 6. Cashes in for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Schroeder with the basketball. Under a minute to go before halftime. Trying to cash in. Shot won't go. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Trailing by 4. Deep right corner. Irving. Textbook defense. And a throwdown.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Steven Adams with a piece. Oklahoma City's got it. Short jumper stays out. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
The assist from number 0, Jason Tatum.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. Thunder with the lead. Game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Irving into the front court. His guys down 3. To Marcus Morris. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw perfect for Westbrook, and the Thunder add on to their lead. Irving brings the ball up court, beyond the arc for three, and Kyrie Irving makes good from beyond the arc. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
And scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Westbrook with the basketball. Leads one. Oh, whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Kyrie Irving, that's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Westbrook. Rozier with it. His guys now down by a point. Marcus Morris lays it in.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Ferguson to Westbrook. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Horford to Irving. Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him. Westbrook with it. His guys now trailing by a point. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Marcus Morris. Rozier drains it.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Substitution being made in this one.
Subbing in for the Celtics, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
George to Adams. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Rozier shot no good. Tosses. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Billy Donovan making some moves at this point in the game. Rozier into the front court. Leads a bucket. Knocked loose. And too much contact.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 3. Boston Celtics are in the penalty.
Westbrook. Oh, that's 3 seconds. Rozier Drills the three.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To Rozier. There it is, Al Horford. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Schroeder. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Schroeder. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Marcus Morris. Fires the three. Contested shot. Marcus Morris can't hit. To Schroeder. Westbrook. Swings it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Russell Westbrook. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Deep three at the buzzer. Three quarters down with the Celtics in front. The Thunder have it to start the 4th quarter, and I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Hayward, now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Yes, for every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Paul George, 4 out of 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Here's Schroeder with it. The deficit now up to 5. Out of bounds the call, off Gordon Hayward. So this remains Thunder basketball. Changes coming from both sides right now. Jason Tatum. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Irving. It's George with the rebound. To Westbrook. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him, make him think that maybe you will take him, maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And the rebound comes to OKC. To George. Paul George. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
And the rebound taken in by OKC. George, tough shot. He hits.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Irving to Rozier. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the right corner. Irving. He engulfed him that time. Westbrook into the front court. Leads 4. Shot from the lane won't go. To Horford. Big finish at the rim. The Thunder will use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Looking to make something happen. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. To Paul George. Has a look. Shot by George, misses. Brown with it up top. The deficit is 6. Terrence Ferguson, huge block. Out of bounds the call, off Gordon Hayward. It's Westbrook. Wide open look, won't go. To Jaylen Brown. And it's George there for the rebound. PG lets it fly. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper's wet too.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Good victory here for the Thunder as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.